Greetings, ladies. Welcome to Tunisia's Locs, Beauty Tips and Potpourri. It is wonderful to be with you again today. I'm going to do a short video. I'm at the office today. I just finished up with a very short 1.5 hour Sunday class, which I do every fourth Sunday on healing with tarot and oracle cards. And I had my hair done a week ago. Now, I had an event to go to, and you all know I don't like when I first get my locks retightened because of the way they look. Now, this time, because I had already done some tightening up here about a week and a half prior to my retightening with my loctician consultant, my hair was already a little bit fuzzy. So you can't see the plucked chicken stuff that much unless you go right here. But I just wanted to share with you guys that experience. Now, this time, I was between 11 and 12 weeks. Normally, I'm right at 10 and a half, 11 weeks. It took a little longer this time, but that was because we were talking. But even with those extra few days, my hair, it has grown more in the last few months than it normally does. It was 2 fingers. And it really wasn't anything that I can attribute to account for that except spiritual growth. And I have heard and I have read that when you're in a period of spiritual growth, your hair grows a lot more. And the last few weeks for me have been very kind of tricky, kind of transformational. So I don't know, but all I know is it took a little longer. And for the first time, I had to come back the next day. Now, granted, we were talking about Mercury retrograde, the twin flame connection, and all of this other stuff. So we weren't quite on task the whole time. Yeah, so, okay. The grid, right? Now, you know the grid around this part is a little bit different for me because I separated quite a few locks to make them smaller. So it's not perfect. And let me see if I can get that doggone light out of your face. But this is what I'm looking like. Usually when I go to this particular consultant, I don't feel any discomfort. It's a very pleasant process. Grid is intact. You see the plucked chicken thing though, right? Especially on this side. Now, last night I had a gala. I'm blessed to say that I was the keynote speaker at that gala, and it was a wonderful event. A lady who has an organization called Abundant Favors, and she seeks out and assists providing social, educational, cultural, and intellectual and technology resources to disadvantaged children to help them to aspire to new heights in their lives. And so I was the keynote speaker at that event, and it was amazing. It was a wonderful event. But my hair, I like my hair to kind of look full when I'm wearing it out. And it was very flat last night because I just had it retightened. It looked worse last night than it does now. So I kind of tried to pull it over like this, and I tried to do some different things, but it was much flatter than what it looks like now. And you all are, I want to put you in front of the window so that we get a little better lighting. Yeah, without killing my plants totally. But yeah, so this is what it's looking like. Now, you all know I am about now maybe 2 full months and not using any oil or using the least amount possible. Now, when Neka did my hair this past week, I did buy her oil, and I'm going to feature her in one of my videos because she talks about her oil that she has made from certain resources that she gets from co-ops in Africa that are really good for traction alopecia. It's got macadamia nut oil and some other really wonderful oils in it, and it's extremely light. And all I did was allow her to put a tiny bit in my scalp and do this. But I have not put anything on my hair, and you all know, if you've been watching me, my concerns with lint and my endeavors to be upfront and transparent with you and let you know what I'm finding out about this lint thing. Because as I'm not using the oil, my hair is becoming lighter. Yeah, guys, it's actually lighter. Remember, I was thinking about cutting it because it was wearing my ass down. It's lighter, it's more comfortable. And if you think about it, if you're using this amount of oil on your hair, or maybe not this amount, let's say an ounce, and you don't wash your hair as much, which I usually don't, it's kind of staying in there. That is still going to weigh it down. And even in the most incremental amount, that can create a sort of heaviness. So I feel like my hair is lighter. It's feeling lighter. It's less tedious. It is more tangled, which I don't like. It is quite a bit more tangled. The jojoba oil that I use tangles quite a bit. And I heard something else this morning, as a matter of fact. Oh, hemp oil. Hemp oil for our hair may even outshine the benefits. These are my tarot cards, guys, for the tarot card class. Amazing stuff. Tarot cards as a way to heal. Not divining the future and doing some of the nonsense stuff that the psychic sensationalism world kind of puts forth. But these are amazing cards. I have the chakra cards, the color cards. I have, oh, let me read a message for y'all today. For anybody that's watching, let us see what the message is for you. But hemp oil is good for you. And it seems to be like the oil on our skin. So it may be even closer to our natural sebum, possibly than jojoba. Don't, you know. Ooh, well, let's just go with this one. Begin to explore. There's something in your life that you need to begin to explore. Perhaps it's a new relationship on the horizon. Perhaps it's a new work opportunity. Perhaps you need to begin to explore your inner terrain. Who knows, your inner child, but something you have been thinking about more recently in your life. You are being called to explore that thing. Who knows? Maybe it's bringing greater sense of sexuality and freedom into your life. Maybe it's exploring whether or not you are ready to have a family and commit. But you are being guided to explore. So begin to explore the possibilities, the infinite possibilities. Let's see if there is another message that perhaps you are tuned into this channel today to receive. Oh, we have another one. And this says, do what you love. So somewhere in your life, baby, you need to follow your passion. You need to do what you love each and every day. You need to bring more of that loving, passionate, life force energy into your life. You need to get your zest back and begin doing more of what you love, whether it's hobbies, whether it's a particular pastime that you cultivate. The spring is here. It is time for you to begin anew and to have a beautiful rebirth and do those things that give your heart and soul the greatest sense of sanctuary. I am with you in this sojourn. I can't tell you how the lengthening of the days has affected me spiritually, and I really hunkered down this past winter for the first time and tried to appreciate the beauty of God's winter and the rain and all of that. But I got to tell you, that's the first time I was able to get through those few months without going cuckoo. But I got to tell you, when the longer days broke and we changed the time back, like 2 or 3 days before we changed the time back, I had a major breakthrough, and it's just been wonderful. And I am so glad. I'm so energized, and I have more energy, and I'm feeling more alive because I am very seasonal in my disposition. When the longer days come in, it does really affect me deeply, and who knows, it could be subconsciously why my videos kind of slowed down some, because I was in a space. I had some healing quantum leaps that I took, but I was also just like, I'm ready for these longer days. I need the sunlight. I need my soul. I need nature. I need to be outside. Very energetically sensitive, so nature grounds me. It makes me feel alive, and it makes me feel really connected. Anyway, back at the ranch with the hemp oil. So yeah, so this is what they look like, everybody. Grid still looking really good. I'm going into 8 years almost, ladies, and maybe some gents, as we talked about. And she didn't comment. She was very surprised that I had done my own locks in the last, in my last retightening that I did them. And she didn't make mention of that one or two lock that I kind of destroyed. I think I have one that's like super, super, super thin because of the fact that the girls claimed they couldn't separate it once I mixed it up, and so we had to just cut the hair. So that's somewhere way at the back. But these look, I'm feeling pretty good, guys. Now, I have lost some hair because I'm still fidgeting with the ends, and I'm picking out cotton, which you can see a lot more now, but I'm winning the battle, I think. And I don't have a verdict yet for you yet as a result to what's going on with it. I do believe that the first couple of years when I was using the Talia Wadjet oils on a regular basis, that mineral oil, that palm oil, and that other crap, I do believe that that helped attract a lot of lint into my hair, because where I have the most lint is down here in this area. And this is the first part of where I was in my lock journey. So I believe that has a lot to do with it. I will make this suggestion to you though. Once you get your hair healthy and you're using that miracle synergistic blend of oils that I suggested on one of my other videos to help my hair grow and keep it strong, because one thing she says is that my hair is amazingly healthy from root to tip. My hair is amazingly healthy, and it looks really good. One thing I would suggest is, if you can, like for me, when I put those oils in, I use quite a bit of it. And you know I don't wash my hair as much. I'm not the one that spends a lot of time washing all of the residue out and then putting the oils back on. So I'm gonna suggest a couple of things to you, because as I continue to go through this journey, these things may have also impacted it. And that is, really, really wash your hair thoroughly. The second to the last time I washed my hair, I told you guys I went to Jeju and I spent 30 minutes washing it. Of course, I wasn't paying for the water. But no, I spent a lot of time washing it, and I even put the conditioner that they had there on my hair because I spent so much time rinsing and washing. It was like a meditation for me. It was very therapeutic, and it felt so good to the point that I said every 2 weeks I would go there just to wash my hair. It's $25. Well, now it went up to $30 for an entire, yeah, that's a little bit better, for an entire 24-hour stay there. And they have like 9 saunas, all kind of saunas, gemstone saunas, black charcoal sauna, silver sauna, gold sauna, ice water pool. People wash your body. You can take a hip bath, ice baths, steam rooms, everything. So it's really wonderful. And they have an all women's area, which I like as well. But anyway, I'm holding this up with my hand, guys, and it's the hand that I have the used to be severely torn rotator cuff, which is healing like you would not believe. I'm almost back in effect, planning on going to the gym this week. Anyway, back at the ranch, because you guys know I go back and forth. Wash your hair thoroughly. Wash it very, very thoroughly. Make sure you get everything out. I'm a person that washes my hair one time, and I've been doing it this way for like going on almost 8 years, but I washed my hair several times. I got my hair was so much lighter after I did that, which let me know a lot of things. The other thing is, depending upon how your hair reacts to the oils, because you know I'm all about individualism and you knowing what your hair needs. Everybody's hair is different. Don't let anyone tell you a story about what you need to do to your hair and you accept it in blind faith without doing the necessary observation of how your hair reacts to it. If you need to thin out my oil some, thin it out with jojoba oil and take the castor oil out if it feels a little too heavy for you. Or if you're one who treats your scalp primarily and your hair not as much, or you're coming from the gym, take about 1 part of it out of that 16-ounce bottle that we made and add water to it in a separate spray bottle and use it that way, okay? These are just some basic suggestions. If you need to thicken it, then obviously add a little more almond oil, or you can replace the almond oil with avocado if you feel like you need a little more thickening. But do make sure that you rinse it out really, really, really good, and that you are observing how your hair does, all right? I love you guys. It's been wonderful. I finished this video in 12 minutes. It's a beautiful day. I'm getting ready to go outside. And this time, you all, I didn't have my camera on the Mac. nor did I have my speaker. So it may not sound as great, and I do apologize for that. But the whole point was to just kind of check in with you, let you know my grid is still doing great. I just had a retightening. Since the last time I retightened them myself, she says my hair is doing really, really well. I'm not using the oil. My hair is a lot more weightless, which I'm loving. It's not as heavy on my head. I like that right now, but it is tangled. That part I don't like. I'm going to try this no oil thing a little bit longer. I'm going to see how it feels. My scalp seems to still be doing okay. But when I washed my hair this time, I do need to tell you, when I washed my hair this time, I added a lot more clove for my scalp because I don't want any dandruff or anything starting to come up now that I'm not using the oil. So I did incorporate a little more clove into this. What you are seeking is seeking you. Oh, something just moved me to say that. What you are seeking is seeking you. And I hope in seeking this video, you saw something that moved you or something that, I don't know, made you learn something or made you feel better. And I'm going to read one of my affirmations I want you to say today. I'm going to pick two, and I want you to read one of them. I'm a field of infinite possibilities. Breathe that in and believe that. Breathe in the crown chakra color purple and say to yourself, I am a field of infinite possibilities. The other thing I want you to say is, I am more than enough. You are not just enough, baby. You are more than a freaking enough. You are more than enough. So when you look in the mirror today at your beautiful little self, at your gorgeous little self, which you accept and love unconditionally because you have made a conscious choice to stand in who you are and how you were created for the perfect human being that you are, you stand in that mirror or you look in the eyes of those people that you see every day, and in your heart, I want you to say and believe at your very core, I am more than enough. Ladies, this is 2019. This is a time of courage, and it's a time to stand in your power, and it's a time to cut out all the people pleasing. No more people pleasing. Please yourself. Okay, it's time to be selfish. Not in the way we've been taught selfish, but that not being selfish stuff has caused us to neglect ourselves and not to love ourselves and not to embrace ourselves. It's time for you to be about self-care, self-love, and to be selfish. It is okay. So breathe in the energy of I am more than enough and say that energizing affirmation all day. I am more than enough. And feel into the energy of what it is to be more than enough. Feel into the energy of what it is to be more than enough, and believe from the deepest part of your being that you are more than enough. And anything that has made you feel like you are more than enough, baby, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go now. Have a beautiful day. Walk in the truth, walk in the light, and get out there into the sunshine if it's bright out there for you. Sending lots of love to you with Tanisha Ali. Tanisha's Locs, Beauty Tips and Potpourri. I'm coming at you from Butterfly Transformations. If you want to get in touch with me, go to my website, butterflytransformations.com. If you want to book a distance Reiki healing or a distance energy reading by way of tarot and oracle cards and get some intuitive guidance on any areas of your life where you're needing clarity, whether it be career, love, inner awareness, spiritual development, whatever it is, give me a call if you're interested in mentoring. I provide those services as well. The life coaching piece may seem a little expensive, but you can't put a price tag on transformation. The mentoring is a little bit different and maybe more palatable for some. But either way, I'm sending love and light. And if you haven't subscribed to my, if you like this stuff I'm talking to you about today outside of the hair, this is part of the spiritual journey too, but it is our edifice. It's what's on the outside, and you more attuned to some of the energy stuff that I'm talking about or the spiritual stuff, go to my Butterfly Transformations YouTube channel and subscribe to that channel. I need to be growing that channel the way this one is growing. That is where my heart is. My heart is with this channel as well. But that is where the messages are specifically transfigured for one's spiritual journey to enlightenment, or just to one's enlightenment is a greater level of understanding of self. Enlightenment doesn't have to be guru level, sitting at the top of the mountain, that type thing when I say enlightenment. Enlightenment is just moving along your path, coming closer to the realization of who you truly are, okay? The memory of who you were when you made that soul contract and you incarnated into this beautiful body that you have. Anyway, Butterfly Transformations is the YouTube channel. Butterfly Transformations is the website. Also, Hidayah Reiki, HIDAYAHREIKI. Have a beautiful day, and do not forget, you are more than enough.